You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Children, your father and I are going to divorce. Well, now, if you don't know what that means, well, it means that he's going to live in one place, and while I'm going to live in another, just as far apart as we can get.
And what we want to know from you kids is, do you want to live with me, or do you want to live with her?
That's going to be up to you two. You got to make up your minds.
We want it the way it was.
Oh, you better forget that.
Amen.
This time, we'll be good. We won't fight, or cry, or make noise. We'll be good, won't we, Jeb?
What do you mean, sport?
All right, Pa. You all hate each other because you got us.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If it hadn't been for you two, we wouldn't have been together for as long as we have. So you may as well show us a little consideration.
We don't have to stay with either one of you. Come on, Jeb.
Come back here. We're not through with you. What do you kids think you're doing?
We can't get back.
We've got to.
What are they doing?
Get out of there.
Jeb, get out of there. Do you hear your dad?
Auntie, help us, please.
Please, Auntie.
Get out of there.
Kids? Jeb? What do they mean, Auntie?
Sport, do you hear me?
Do you hear your dad? You are really going to get it this time.
Are you coming out of there, or am I coming after you?
They have been down there an awful long time now.
Yeah, I know.
Do something. They're drowning. Hurry. Hurry. Oh, please don't let them drown. Don't let them drown.
They're not down there.
They've got to be. They've got to be.
They're not down there.
A swimming pool not unlike any other pool. A structure built off of talent, cement, and money. A backyard toy for the affluent. White entertainment for the well-to-do. But to Jeb and Sport Sherwood, this pool holds mysteries not dreamed of by the building contractor, not guaranteed in any sales brochure. For this pool has a secret exit that leads to a never-never land, a place designed for junior citizens who need a long voyage away from reality into the bottomless regions of the Twilight Zone.
Introduction to A Perfect Setting. Colonial Mansion, spacious grounds, heated swimming pool, all the luxuries money can buy. Introduction to two children, brother and sister, named Jeb and Sport. Healthy, happy, normal youngsters. Introduction to a mother, Gloria. Children, by name, glamorous by nature. Introduction to a father, Glenn Sherwood. Handsome, prosperous, and the picture of success. The man who achieved every man's ambition. Beautiful children, beautiful home, beautiful wife. Idyllic, obviously, but don't look too carefully. Don't peek behind the facade. The idol may have feet of clay.
You're home early, darling.
Now, just what were you doing in town today?
Oh, so now I'm being followed? Darn you loudmouth kids. Now pipe down out there.
Jeb, you're still holding your breath? You're gonna suffocate yourself.
It's the only way I could keep quiet.
Mama didn't mean we couldn't breathe. It was the yelling and hollering that was making her headache.
I'm just a natural born screamer. Can't help myself from hollering.
I saw your car in the parking lot next to the TV station.
I had an interview. Now, is there anything wrong with that? I'm sick and tired of my talent going to waste.
Your what?
My talent. Now you show me one high fashion model in this town who can hold a candle to me.
Oh, is that what you are this week? A high fashion model? Why now it seems that this last week you were an artist.
They call me. I'm gonna take the job, so there.
You've got a job to do right here, taking care of those 2 kids.
What's the maid for, sugar?
And what are you for, sugar?
How dare you? I am not your perfect little housewife.
You need to learn your place. Our kids need you, and I deserve a hot meal when I get home from the office.
Look down there.
You are
What
so
do you see?
selfish. What about my dreams?
A swimming
I have a
pool.
responsibility for this family.
A pretend game,
So do
stupid.
you. Yet you're barely even home.
What do you see?
Our children don't even know who you are.
Well, a river.
It's my
And
job
you
to
and me
provide for this
floating down a
household.
raft like Tom
You can't
Sawyer.
even decide
See,
what
Jeb?
you want to be.
We're coming to
Every
an
week it's
island
something
full of
new with
caves
you,
and
you need to
rattlesnakes.
grow up.
And pirates.
I need to grow up?
And
You need to
witches.
practice what you preach, mister. How
Well,
dare
you can have
Do
one
you really
witch.
think I want
Just
nothing more
one.
than to iron your shirts and take care of
And a
my
fat
silly
one.
thoughts all day? No, thank you.
Whoever heard of
I
a
don't
fat
even know
witch?
why I'm arguing with you. This marriage is over.
Well,
We should
I don't
go
like
sign
skinny
the
ones.
divorce papers right now, as far as
They
I'm
don't
concerned.
make fat ones.
That's the best idea you've had
Look,
all
it's a
day. I'll
my
call my
witch.
lawyer.
I can make
I
it fat
suppose
if I
I'll
wanna.
have to pay for that too. And your lawyer?
It's
Why?
my game.
Don't you dare disrespect
Darn
me.
it, you
got us
loudmouth
into
kids,
this
now
mess.
pipe down out there.
Fine. You made yourself clear. The least you can do is make my dinner. You
I
know,
love
if
you,
you
Sport.
cared half as much about those children as
You're
you did
silly.
your ridiculous modeling career, you might actually
In the
be a
yard,
good mother.
there's a big old swing made
Oh,
of
really?
car tires.
Like you're much
There's a
better.
little
You don't
boy
even know how to
swinging in it.
discipline
He
your own
gets
children.
tired of swinging and
What
goes
on
into the
earth
kitchen.
are you talking
It
about?
smells like chocolate cake.
The children want
There's a lady there.
miles around this
She picks
house,
up the
and
little
it's not
boy
my
and
fault.
hugs him.
Oh no,
Little boy
it's
is happy.
clearly a lack of
The
discipline
lady
from
gives
their
little boy a
father.
piece of chocolate
Are you
cake
suggesting that I
and...
can't control my own children?
Have we been
That's
bad?
exactly what I'm saying.
Heck no.
You
Well,
are such a
maybe I's
foolish
been
woman.
bad, but I didn't know it.
You are a brute.
Ah, fish hooks. They'll stop after a while.
That's what you are. A heartless, senseless brute.
Hey, wanna have some fun?
Where did you come from?
What mischief you two brats into now?
We were just talking to this boy.
What boy?
He's gone.
Darn fool kids. Now your supper's going to be ready soon, and if you expect to get any, you better be there on time. Now you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, you guys.
Where?
Secret place, come on.
Who are you? Where'd you come from?
Follow me.
Come on, Jeb. Let's go with that boy.
She said not to leave.
Oh, they don't care what we do. Come on.
They'll hurt each other.
Listen, boy, I'm older than you, and I'm ordering you what to do. Now follow me.
Howdy.
We weren't sure if you was coming or not, but Auntie sent these along just in case.
Auntie?
Where are we?
You're at Auntie's.
Where's that?
It's a secret place.
Sure got here funny. We just dived in our pool and came right here.
Sport, how did we get here?
The way I figure it, there's a hole at the bottom of our pool that nobody knows about.
Maybe we got caught in the tide.
Haha.
Don't you laugh at my brother. And don't you laugh at me neither. I'll chew you up and spit you out into little pieces, boy.
Yeah? Oh. Haha, come and get me. Auntie, she's gonna beat me up, Auntie.
Are you really, child?
Yes, I aim to.
Well, I'm going to have to ask you to fight outside. You'll be liable to break something up in here. Fight fair, fight fair. No hitting a man while he's down, no hitting below the belt. You know the rules. Now, while they're settling their difficulties, you can finish the icing on the cake.
Thank you, ma'am.
And when those two come back, if they have any teeth left in their heads after the fight, they can help us eat it. My, you are very accomplished. Have you much experience with cake?
No, ma'am, this is my first one.
Well, I would never guess it. Oh, what? Back already?
We didn't go yet. May I do that too?
Me too.
Oh, I thought you were going to beat each other up.
We'd rather do that.
Alright, you come around here and be the boss. There, sit down. Right there. You're such a solemn children. Don't you know how to laugh?
What's there to laugh at?
Well, I'm a rather ridiculous old party. You can laugh at me.
You're not funny, you're nice.
Oh, thank you. Really a sin. Who knows a riddle?
What do you call somebody who crossed the ocean twice and doesn't take a bath either way?
What would you call him, Wit?
A dirty double crosser.
Auntie, all the frosting's gone.
Well, you made a handsome job of the cake. Now, while it's cooling, I'll assign you children to your chores, and I'll tell you where your rooms will be. Why, what's the matter?
We didn't come here to stay.
My dear, children always come here to stay.
No.
But I want to.
Jeb Sherwood, come back here.
But I want to stay with Aunt T.
She's a kidnapper.
No. Oh, I've seen children that I would have stolen to get away from unworthy parents, but I've always resisted the temptation.
Jeb,
They're calling us.
But I want to stay, Sport.
you darn kids, where are you?
We'd better go home.
Those voices you hear, Colin, at first they seem quite strong, but after a while they fade, and you simply can't hear them anymore.
Sport!
We've got to go home.
Can you tell me why?
Because we're their children. We love them, and they love us.
Then by all means, you must go back. And you too, your sister's reasons are quite valid.
How do we get home?
Same way you got here.
We'll come see you real soon. Won't we, Sport?
Oh no, my darlings, I expect this is our goodbye. Finding your way back here again would be quite difficult, if not impossible.
Bye,
Aunt
Auntie.
T.
I'll race you back to the swimming pool.
Mom!
Sport! Jeb, where have you two been? We've been calling you for an hour. Get out of that pool. Jeb, get out of there now.
Alright, Sport, where have you been?
In the pool.
You're lying. I looked in the pool.
We really were, Daddy.
And we came up on the other side and helped make a chocolate cake with Aunt T.
A chocolate cake with Aunt T? What's he talking about?
And we caught a fish.
He's just making things up, Daddy.
He lying to cover up whatever development you two been in. Now look, I want the truth out of you, boy. No more lies, do you understand?
I wasn't lying. I wasn't.
Now, Jeb, listen to me. You get to your room and stand in the corner until you're ready to tell me the truth. Now go on.
It was just a game, Daddy. We were just pretending. There isn't any Aunt T.
You go along too, Sport.
Those darn kids. Sport? Jeb, Sport, what are you doing out here, Sport?
I got up early. I couldn't sleep.
Well, where's your brother Jeb?
In his room, I guess.
No, he's not in his room. He's not in the house anyplace.
I haven't seen him. Is breakfast ready?
No, now your father's waiting. Want to have a talk with you two kids.
What about?
Well, there's going to be some changes around here.
Are things going to be better, Mama?
You bet your sweet life they are. Now you go find Jeb.
And another one of your chores, Jeb, will be to help Wit bring in the stove wood.
Why does there have to be chores?
Oh, every child must have chores to do. It teaches them the dignity of work and the joy of labor.
Makes big muscles too, like mine.
Let's see.
Big, ain't it?
Wow.
Oh, come along, boys. Keep working.
Aunt T, what are all these shoes for?
For the children, of course.
You mean all children have holes in their swimming pools, Aunt T?
Oh, my dear, no. Some of them come down here through chimneys. Or you open the door and there they are. Sometimes you'll find them on the street corners, or on doorsteps, like Wit here. Oh, Sport dear, come in.
I can't. I'm dripping wet.
Oh, 1 minute. There you are, my dear. A towel just for you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I told you she would come.
I'm surprised that even one of you made it. You know, it's very rare that anyone comes back the second time.
Sorry to bother you, ma'am.
Oh, you're not bothering me in the least. As a matter of fact, I'm glad to have someone help me do my needlepoint. Do you sew?
No, ma'am.
Well, you'd be surprised how quickly you learn how.
I can't stay.
Oh,
I only came to get Jeb.
I ain't going.
Things are going to be different at home now, Jeb. Mama told me.
Told you what?
They aren't going to yell and scream at each other anymore.
Is that all?
No, we're going to take trips together.
Where?
Oh, everywhere. Disneyland, Ohio, Australia, the North Pole. Anywhere we want to go.
I don't want to go to them places.
Jem, are you coming? Or do I have to throw you over my shoulders like a sack of potatoes and carry you home?
Sport, has something changed at home?
Yes, ma'am. Everything is going to be different now.
In what way?
They gonna love us.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. My mother told me, and she wants to tell Jeb, too.
Jeb, you'll look very undignified if Sport throws you over her shoulder like a sack of potatoes. Now, if I was you, I'd go willingly.
I'm staying right here. If we leave this time, we won't never get to come back here again.
If what Sport tells us is true, you weren't meant to be here at all, but at home with your mother and father.
Do I have to go?
I'd strongly advise it. There's only one truly precious thing in that world that a human being can give to another, and that's love. If I was a young person on my way to receive that wondrous gift, I'd go with a smile on my face. No, much better. I'd do say if love was waiting for me somewhere, well, I'd run to it as swiftly as the wind.
You ain't kidding me?
I ain't kidding.
Bye, Whitney.
Don't worry, Auntie. Everything's going to be all right.
Bye, my dear.
Maybe, we ought to wait until tonight.
No, let's get it over with right now.
Well, I've got half a dozen people waiting for me at the office.
Would you mind, just for once, putting your family ahead of the office?
Wow, you miserable.
Is breakfast ready?
Sport, I told you to go find your brother Jeb, not to play in the pool.
That's where he was. In the pool.
Don't you know what happens to little children who lie?
They go to hell and get burned up.
You sit down. Your father has some good news to tell you.
Sport already told me. We're gonna be a family again. And we're gonna go on trips.
Jeb, you tell him.
Children, your father and I are going to divorce. Well, now, if you don't know what that means, well, it means that he's gonna live in one place, and while I'm gonna live in another, just as far apart as we can get.
And what we want to know from you kids is, do you want to live with me, or do you want to live with her?
That's going to be up to you two. You gotta make up your minds.
We wanted it the way it was.
Oh, you better forget that.
Amen.
This time, we'll be good. We won't fight, or cry, or make noise. We'll be good, won't we, Jeb?
What do you mean, Sport?
All right, Pa. You all hate each other because you got us.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If it hadn't been for you two, we wouldn't have been together for as long as we have. So you may as well show us a little consideration.
We don't have to stay with either one of you. Come on, Jeb.
Come back here. We're not through with you. What do you kids think you're doing?
We can't get back.
We've got to.
What are they doing?
Get out of there.
Jeb, get out of there. Do you hear your dad?
Auntie, help us, please.
Please, Auntie.
Get out of there.
Kids? Jeb? What do they mean, Auntie?
Sport, do you hear me?
Do you hear your dad? You are really going to get it this time.
Are you coming out of there, or am I coming after you?
They have been down there an awful long time now.
Yeah, I know.
Do something. They're drowning. Hurry. Hurry. Oh, please don't let them drown. Don't let them drown.
They're not down there.
They've got to be. They've got to be.
They're not down there.
Howdy.
Welcome back.
Jeb.
Isn't this cake good, Jeb?
What is it, Sport?
I thought I heard something.
Children, where are you? Please come back.
Aunt T, may I have another big piece of cake, please?
Me too.
Me three.
Oh, this is fun. What a good cake.